So steps in purchasing process. So these are the earlier one we are repeating. Various departments are requested to send their, steps in purchasing procedure. Before I go for, I would like to hear from your experience. Can you share your experience in terms of your steps, how you do your purchasing process? Yeah, yeah, Javed. Yeah, you can start.
Yeah, we being a meat processing company, we have several departments. Majority of the requests are raised by production department, of course. Then comes maintenance for spare parts and machineries. Then there is quality department who raises a request for the personal protective hygiene equipments and things, consumables like gloves and all. Major requirements are raised usually by our production department. We have a demand planner. He forecasts the demand, and I basically is handling the imports of the import orders. I have a subordinate who looks after the local purchase as well. When it comes to import, we purchase. We are currently doing a quarter purchase plan where he raises the requirements for a quarter. So the first step is to raise the request. In our company, we used to have along with the request raised, we used to, because it's raw material, inventory items, we used to have a stock analysis report attached along, because the purchases are quarterly, so that the management, the approvers who are approving can have a look into the stock, what is the prediction, the consumption, and that's the first procedure. Then once it is raised to us, then we get quotes. We have several suppliers approved supply lists. We get quotes. We go ahead with a comparison sheet, get it approved from the management. And if quality approval is required, we get it from them as well. And once it's done, we award the order. We probably will have to place counter offers because majority of our requirements are going to be meat, and the price is volatile. So we have to, and the order are placed on a counter offer or a bid based on the bids. So after we get several quotes, we place bid. Whoever achieves the nearest, we go ahead.
Yeah.
We raise the bid based on our cost of our cost of good. We discuss it with our cost accountant what we can do. And at this particular time, where the price of all the raw materials are really shooting up, except some meat items from Brazil. Majority of our ingredients and packing material coming from Europe have raised in prices. So we discuss it with our cost accountant, what we can go ahead with. He will obviously consider it with his margin of the product. Yes. And then we go ahead, we proceed with the order. And then once we confirm the order, we will have to follow up on the shipment document. Then usually our payment, we being a local manufacturing plant, we have facility from different banks here. So we go ahead with the payment of cash against document through the bank. It's a bank-to-bank transfer. So once the order is shipped, they send the shipping documents. That's an invoice, packing list, certificate of origin, health, halal, and along with bill of lading. They send it to the bank, and we clear it from bank, and the payment will be transferred to the supplier beneficiary. And once shipment arrives here, we have our authorized clearing agents. We hand over the documents to them, and we have one particular person who looks after the clearance of the consignments and get it delivered. And once we have the GRN and quality test reports, we close the file. This is the usual procedure we are following.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think everybody is following the same, right? So is there any differences in your process, Faisal?
Not much. It's almost the same.
Not much. It's almost the same, but only few differences there. For example, when since I'm working in a healthcare center, so in our inventory side, we are for all the radiology, for the plastic, derma, and everyone. What are the general items? We are the one procurement department is procuring for that to maintain the stock, so we don't run out of it. But there are some items for each field that equipments or any specific request is there. Then we are looking for the authorized dealer in Qatar if there is any. Then we will get the quotation for that, and also we'll look for the on a foreign country that how much it will charge the shipping cost, and if we buy it from there. So we will make a comparison for that. Then it will go for our finance department for the approval, which one he will approve and which is most like a saving for us. This is the only difference. There are, then it's the same process. Yeah.
Ani, you have?
Yes, sir. It's almost the same in my case also. We are getting requests from several departments. The only thing is like we have some items which need to be purchased every month. So we have a regular pattern. We follow that. We take that every month. Other
So
than
what? In what the purchasing method? In what is the method you are commonly using, everybody? So we discussed some methods, right? The purchasing method we have already done according to these methods, right? So these are the methods: purchasing according to requirement, market purchasing, speculative purchasing. Which kind of purchasing method you are using these days mostly?
We have mixture of all of these. I believe we have mix of all of these. Some services, yeah. There are scheduled purchases. There are speculative purchases as well, where based on the current situation, and there are market purchases on emergencies, as well as based on the requirement, probably products or services. So it's a mix, I would say.